Alex, we visit lots of engineering companies, precision machining businesses. We look at lots of lathes and turning centres. First time I've looked at a Hembrug, but why is this machine sitting here?
This machine sat here because it has put our turning capability another notch up the ladder from our standard super precision machines.
How has it done that, and what actually is it when you say super precision?
This machine has a repeatability of around about 1.2 microns, which is a step change from our standard capability, which was in the 3 to 4 micron domain.
So when you bought this machine, did you do a lot of exploring? Did you look at what alternatives and options there were in the market? And if you did, how did this one become to be sitting here?
Okay, yeah, we did a lot of work in shortlisting machines. We made a shortlist of about 5 machines from various well-known manufacturers, and we shortlisted 3 for further evaluation. That involved factory visits and subsequent machining trials. We undertook those trials, and following evaluation and a weighted shortlisting process, we arrived at a Hembrug as the right choice for Reliance, predominantly because of its repeatability.
Well, that would bring me on to my next question, because you've obviously gone through a lot of work to get this to the number one. So you must have learned a lot about the machine in the process. What did put it in that position? What made it better for you?
Yeah, absolutely. This machine has a unique construction for a lathe, or certainly compared to an ordinary lathe. And I can tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, first of all, underneath the skin of the machine is a large natural granite bed and spindle housing. On top of that, we've got hydrostatic slideways and a hydrostatic spindle. So this gives excellent vibration damping, no stick-slip effect that you would get with a standard slideway system, and excellent axis repeatability. So it's got those basic building blocks on what is a basic 2-axis machine.
And would you say that are they the main characteristics that deliver that accuracy?
Absolutely, yes. So those are the things that give us that extra level of repeatability over and above most machines in the marketplace.
Now, repeatability and accuracy is great on day 1 and day 2. What about in a year, 2 years, 3 years? Do those factors come into play for longevity?
Well, we're at least 2 years in, and we haven't seen any degradation in accuracy, and the reason for that is probably the hydrostatic slideways. Obviously, you've got no contact. The slideway is running on a bed of oil, in effect, so there's nothing to wear. And so we expect the longevity of this machine to be significant, lasting many, many years.
And does the environmental factors come into this, to what you're producing as well? Are you temperature controlled in here? Because that helps.
Yeah, you've hit a nail on the head there. What we've got is, for super precision machining, you need 3 things. You need the machine, you need the man, and you need the environment. And I'd like to think we've got all 3. This shop you can see around you is temperature controlled to plus or minus 1 degree, which gives us an excellent stable environment for the machines. There are no large doors opening directly from outside into our workshop. So we've got a very stable environment. When we specify the machine, we also specify it with chillers for the coolants and the spindles, etc. So the idea is to get everything at the same temperature, and then you'll achieve stable machining. Then you need the operators, who have to be very knowledgeable, classy operators.
I think they're pretty hard to find.
Yeah, they're very hard to find. Fortunately, we've invested significantly in our apprenticeship program, not just recently, but over many, many years. We have our own in-house training school, and over the last 2 or 3 years, we've taken on 5 or 6 apprentices every year.
So, well, that's brilliant. I mean, we'll come back onto Reliance in a second. On the machine front, you talk about the accuracy that you can achieve. Would this replace a grinding machine? Can you achieve those types of results?
Hembrug is a company that builds hard turning machines, and so their mission, so to speak, is to replace grinding with a turning process. That wasn't really why Reliance bought the machine. We have done some hard turning jobs, and it's an area we're developing our skills and investigating, but predominantly we bought this machine to have process control over tight geometric and dimensional limits. For example, if we had a 5 micron bore limit on a part, this machine's repeatable to sub 2 microns, and therefore we've got a very stable process. For want of a better word, the operator isn't having to fight the machine to achieve the result. The repeatability of the machine gets us halfway down the track.
Is that an example, a specific example? Is there anything that you've made that you can say, you know, we did actually achieve X as a result of the factors I've mentioned?
Well, I can't talk about specific examples, but we've had a number of projects that our customers thought were impossible to achieve by turning, and had looked at other means, and we've been able to demonstrate that we can manufacture these parts competitively using turning techniques on this machine.
Now, the next thing I would ask is it a negative thing that you haven't got any milling function on this machine? Is it just a straight turning?
For us, not. This is not about doing a lot of different processes in one hit or one operation, one setting. This is about ultimate finesse, where you really need that extra level of accuracy.
Because I suppose the more operations you introduce into an equation, the more element of risk there is.
Yeah, well, you'd be introducing a lot more facets into the turret for driven tooling, etc., which are little things that will just add extra errors into the process. So we've got a very basic 2-axis machine.
And it's not for every manufacturer, because you guys are really at the top of your game with what you're doing, and you're striving for a lot more, I believe. Just tell me about where Reliance is going and why you've invested in this level of quality machine tool.
I think that we've always invested in technology to meet our customers' current and what we see as their future demands, and the Hembrug machine is no different to that. We've bought a machine here that we think will keep us at or ahead of the marketplace for the foreseeable future.
And I can't finish this interview without mentioning the suppliers of this machine. You obviously get a lot of support and get on very well with the guys at Kyle Machine Tools.
Yeah, Kyle Machine Tools have been a great help. Their team steered us and helped us through that initial process of the visits to Hembrug, etc. And if we need support, first line comes from our own maintenance team, then the Kyle guys, and from Hembrug. Hembrug's factory is only 20 minutes away from Schiphol Airport, so that's quite convenient. They can be here relatively quickly if needs be.
I'm very impressed today, Alex. I think it's obviously been a fantastic installation for you. The company's going places. I wish you every success for the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you.